We ain't about to do all that. No, we ain't about to do all that, babe. Get it right. Got it right. What you mean? Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Come on, babe. iPad, right? I laid there and dropped the iPad. iPad all cracked up. So I'm gonna get the other iPad up and going. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling all right? Let's go. I'm late. I'm sorry. Paul, hold this, Paul, because I don't want to drop it. But that's that good smell stuff right there. That's that good smelling stuff right there. How y'all feeling this morning? Y'all all right? Y'all had a good night rest? Now my son, right? My son, right? Now he borrowed a weed eater. All right, so the grass grew a little high because he borrowed a weed eater. Now he won't come around here and start cutting the grass. I said, son, I'm about to do the 9 o'clock. Man, Dad, I be finished. I said, bro, it's 9 o'clock. It's after 9 o'clock, Derek. He cut the grass. Now he think I want to hear all that dog. What? See, bro, them cheering. Oh, see, bro, I'm letting you know, my little ones off the chain. They got their own little mind. They do whatever. All right, man. You want to cut the grass? Why I do by 9 o'clock, bro? Cut the grass. Whatever make you happy, son, cut the grass. So he had to cut the grass. I said, now make sure you take a break, get you something to drink, son, because it's hot out there early. How y'all feeling? We're going to do the continuation of the lesson on tithing. Y'all know it's all good, baby. You know, I told God, I like to experience my message. I don't want to just be preaching. I don't want to just preach. I want to experience it, right? So yesterday I put up a thing. You know, what is bashing? I got 1,000 different. Well, really, what is bashing? So now I'm like, wait. Some people say, well, my understanding. Some people say, well, I use it. Some people. So I said, okay. That's why they've been robbing y'all in the church, because y'all never had God understanding of words. Y'all want to use your own words. Y'all want to use your own understanding. That's why I said, okay, well, where can I go read that at? Well, you can't really read. Well, what can I read that at? Well, you can't really read it. What can I find that at? Well, you can't really find it. Okay. But yet, we use words. All right. Now, people, watch this. Nehemiah is building a wall, right? Nehemiah is going against Sanballat, Tobiah, the prophet, teach the prophet, right? Now, watch this. People, this pass the mic. Y'all got y'all something to drink? This pass the mic, right? So, a while back, right, I'm running in one of my partners, right? So my partner said, say, bro, you know this Shaw, this, that, right? I said, no, I don't really know her, but I done seen her a couple of times on the page, right? He said, say, bro, she come at me like, you know, Mike, that, and that about Mike, right? I told her, I said, hold up, babe, hold up. Do you know Mike? She said, I don't know him, but he this and that, right? She said, he said, hold up. No, not Mike. Mike 100. I raised Mike. I know what's happening with Mike, right? So he done put me on game, right? So now, about 2 days later, she in my inbox. But my boy done already put me on game about her, right? So I'm like, whoa, look at this trick right here. All right. Mike done kicked in. Not Pastor Mike. Mike done kicked in. So I'm like, well, look at this trick right here. All right, what's in? So I'm very cordial, right? So I'm like, what was in? Bop, this, that, and other, right? Because I already know you don't mean me no good. I already know you ain't no good, right? Because my boy done told me you're no good. So every now and again, she pops up, right? She make up pages and she throw stuff out there. She gonna always make reference. She gonna always make reference to the jailhouse. That's how I know she is. She don't have no new words. So now Nehemiah, when he building the wall, right? Here come Tobias. Oh, I know how you coming. Here comes Sanballat. Already know how you coming. Wait, what you said? Let's go. Wait, no, prophetess don't go like that. Prophet, you lying to me. Guess what? Because we built a new wall. You're going to always see this stuff play out, people, Because that's how I don't want to teach nothing I don't experience. If I'm teaching, I didn't experience. So I put you on real. That's why I got to write this stuff down. I didn't experience. So now I think I'm a fairly nice looking young man, and then you're gonna have some shorties that's gonna be interested. But baby, look, I'm doing God's work, and guess what? You're not about to stop me from doing God's work. Well, no. Because if you was shorty, you'll be in the way. Because you be worried about her, and you be worried about her, and I don't have time for that. I gotta do God's work. So, I see you, baby, but I ain't got time for you. How about that? Oh, Lord! I'm getting your feelings. Go find you a Bible. So I gotta do what God called me to do first, baby. Can I do God's work? Somewhere I read. I'm gonna show y'all something. Tithing, people, don't lose focus on tithing. Watch this. I'm gonna show you something in the Bible. I'm gonna read something to you. You all right, little brother?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till you finish.
Just do that side of the house in the front. You got a weed eat. You got a lot of stuff to weed eat over there, little brother.
All right.
But handle your finish, baby. I got you. When I finish, then you can handle this side. Cause look, I want to take the car and put the car back over there, then the carport over there. That's why I say knock that side out. I'm coming, bitch. According to the Bible. Come here, Corinth. People, watch this. Pastor Mike, Pastor Mike, I'm the master teacher. From now on, I'm the master teacher. Watch this, people. Watch this. I took you in. No, I didn't go there yesterday. I'm going to take you in the 14th chapter. Stay focused on the 14th chapter of Genesis. When Abraham gave tithes to Melchizedek. Stay focused on the 28th chapter of Genesis. When Jacob vowed to do it, but he never did it. Stay focused on the 27th chapter of Leviticus. Because God said, don't worry about it. It's all for me. Now watch this. Watch this, people. If the tithes, watch this. Pay very close attention. If the tithes, I ain't remember that trick. Let's teach this stuff. If the tithes and the offerings go in the church, right? Watch this. Who the offering was for? Who was the offering for? God, right? Okay, now watch this. Who gave the offering? You don't know, so don't tell no lie. You don't know, so don't lie, right? Now watch this. According to what Abraham did, Abraham is setting up the Leviticus. He's setting up the Levites, because according to what Abraham did. He also setting up the priesthood. This is why yesterday I showed you the difference between the priesthood and the Levites. Watch this. Let me break it down for you. First. The Levites really didn't have no possessions. They didn't have no inheritance. So God said, okay, I'm going to give the tents to the Levites. Right? Because they don't have nothing. Judah, y'all good. Simeon, y'all good. Remember now, there are 12 tribes. The Levites come from who? Benjamin. Benjamin Joseph was brothers by who? Rachel. Now, watch this. You know how Negroes act. That's not my real brother. That's not, hold up. I was watching a thing with Gangster, right? And with Baby and on them, right? And I said, okay, I remember Gangster. Okay, well, that's another story. Now, watch this. You know how we all have the same daddy, but we don't have the same mama. You know how that story goes. Okay, now, watch this. The Levites, God said, okay, I'm going to give them some land. When you going to give it to them, God? I'm going to give it to them when they get to the promised land, because they don't have no inheritance. So the tenth goes to the Levites. But now the Levites got to take a tenth and give it to God as an offering. I'm going to show you in the Bible. Now, watch this. Go all the way back to Nehemiah. In the 8th chapter of Nehemiah, the first thing he gives them about is the trumpet. The feast of the trumpet. Get to the 13th verse. Now he's dealing with the tabernacle. Israel is praying. I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm going to show you. Watch this. So now, watch this. Nehemiah, once he put everything in perspective and put it in order, we're going to go all the way back. Man, where you want to go, God? We're going to go to Numbers 19. We're going to go to Numbers 19. Why? Because Nehemiah told the Levites that they have to give a tenth of the tenth. A tenth of the tenth. What's a tenth of the tenth? The tenth of a tenth is, okay, I'm going to give you this, Mike. I done gave you, you done picked up 10%, right? You done picked up the 10% from all these people, right? Yeah, okay, God. Now give me a tenth of what you picked up. Huh? Mike, give me a tenth of that. Give it to you, God. Yeah, as an offering. So, who was to give the offering? I'll wait. Master teacher, baby. This is why I don't. No. Show it to me in the Bible. So now, you've been running in church, giving tithes and offerings for what? I'm gonna take you to Paul and clean it up, but I'm showing you for what? I'm gonna take you in Matthew, the 6th chapter, but I need to show you something. Take you back to Malachi. Now, in Malachi, he's talking to who? The Levites. Why? Because the Levites didn't keep the ordinance. What was the ordinance? To give me a tenth of the tenth as an offering, tithes and offering. I'm gonna read it. Told you they've been playing y'all in the church. If I'm lying, come show me. I'll wait. I'm gonna read to you what the book said. Watch this. In the 19th chapter of Numbers. You might love numbers. I'm gonna deal with numbers. Watch this. Bag it up. Then we're gonna bag it up to 18. We're gonna bag it up to 18. Let's bag it up to 18. Let's bag it up to 18. Hold up now. Watch this. I'm gonna read it slow. In your face. Watch this. Numbers 18 and 20 says, and the Lord spoke unto Aaron, thou shalt have no inheritance in their land, neither shalt thou have any part among them. I'm thy part and thy inheritance among the children of Israel. Who, God? You. You. So as they traveling through this land, y'all don't own nothing. I got y'all. Stay focused. Watch this. Verse 21. And behold, I have given the children of Levi. Why? Because Aaron is over what? The priesthood. The priesthood. Now we're going to deal with the Levites. And behold, I have given the children of Levi all the tenth in Israel in inheritance for their service which they serve and the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. This is what Nehemiah is rebuilding. Who is doing the work? The Levites. The Levites, right? Okay, now watch this. Neither must the children of Israel henceforth come nigh of the tabernacle of the congregation, lest they bear sins and die. But the Levites shall do the service of the tabernacle. But the Levites shall do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they shall bear the iniquities. It shall be as a statute forever throughout your generations, that among the children of Israel they have no inheritance. I'm going to take you in the book of Joshua. Now they are in the promised land. And now God said, okay, that's going to be their cities. The children of Levi only get 48 cities. But everybody else have these big old huge parts of the land. So now the Levites have to depend on the other family members to help them, because they only have as an inheritance 48 cities. They are not powerful like Simeon. They are not powerful like Judah. So this is why Abraham in the 14th chapter gave an inheritance. This is why Abraham, in the 14th chapter, gave tithes. Why? Where was the Leviticus? Still in Abraham's loins. Where was the priesthood? Still in Abraham's loins. So now we get to the 28th chapter of Genesis, and Jacob was supposed to give a tenth, but he never did it. So now we get into the book of Malachi. Come in, Malachi. Now we get into the book of Malachi. Malachi 3:3 says, and he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness. Then shall the offering of Judah and Jerusalem be pleasant unto the Lord, as in the days of old, as in former years. Why? This is why they run game on y'all in church, and they tell y'all Malachi 3:10, bring you all the tithes in the storehouse that you meet, that they may be meat in my house. Why? Because the Leviticus didn't do what God said. So the tithes, I'm going to read it again. I read it again. Come back here. I told y'all, Brother Dollar messed up. And guess what? Them Negroes dumb as a box of rosin. They can't break it down. I'm coming, Matthew. Give me a second. Come in. But back to Mike, you bashing. I'm not bashing, I'm teaching. I'm a master teacher. You ever had a mean teacher in school? Pastor Mike, that mean teacher in school. But I bet you learned something. I bet you didn't play with him or her. Bible, baby. Bible, according to the book. Thank God I ain't go to them Negro Bible college. I probably would have failed anyway, because I don't listen. According to the Bible, Numbers 18:25. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, thus, speak unto the Levites, and say unto them, when you take the children of Israel, the tithes, which I have given you, from them for your inheritance, then you shall offer up a heap of offering of it for the Lord, even as a tenth part of the tithes. So Brother Mike, in Malachi, he talking to the Levites, not me. He was talking to them. Will a man rob God? So now Creflo says, well, I come up with a newfound teaching. Negro, you lied. It's been in the book. You still lying, because what you saying don't even line up. Bible, baby. Bible. But read it again. I read it again. Let's go back. I'll read it again. Verse 21. Numbers 18:21 says, and behold, I have given the children of Levi all the tenth in Israel for an inheritance for their service which they serve, even the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. Neither but the children of Israel henceforth come nigh of the tabernacle of the congregation, lest they bear sin or die. What you mean, God? Mike, hold up, people. No. Say you Levites, handle y'all business, because y'all getting a tenth of them people money. Handle y'all business. But the priest. Oh, so the priests come to you, God? Yeah. But the Levites take care of the tabernacle. So God, can somebody please break down to me, so I can have an understanding of all the priests and their duties, the Levites and their duties? Because I want to separate the Levites from the priests, from the children of Israel, so I can understand who's supposed to do what, when, where, and how. Because as they say, that's about me. But when I read and study, no, that was about the Levites. When I read and study, you was talking to the priests. When I read and study, you was talking to the children of Israel. God, you know why, God? Because I read in the book of Psalms where it is said that you made your ways known to Moses, but your acts to the children of Israel. The children of Israel knew the acts of God, but Moses knew the ways of God. So the children of Israel is not held accountable like Moses is held accountable, because Moses knew the ways of God and they only seen the acts of God. Can y'all please teach me the book? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll read it again. And behold, I have given the children of Levi all the tenth in Israel for an inheritance, for their service which they serve, even service of the tabernacle of the congregation. Come here, Malachi. Will a man rob God? I guess so, you Levites, because y'all been robbing us. The third chapter of Malachi, and he shall sit as a refiner pure. Who? The messenger. The messenger. Verse 1, the messenger. Who is he going to send? Now he's going to purify, and he's going to get Levi in order, the Levites. But will a man rob God, is what the Levites say. Hold up, you robbed me in tithes and offering. Why? I gave you a tenth of what you collected from the people, and now you're supposed to give me a tenth of that tenth as an offering. So yeah, you robbed me in tithes and offering. Why? Because you didn't give me my tenth. And my tenth, if you would have gave it to me, would have been an offering. I don't like that, man. Boom. So all of y'all who been in these churches, and the pastor said, no, the good line deacon, will a man rob God? Y'all been robbing God in tithes and offerings. Take him to the 18th chapter of Numbers. Take him to the 3rd verse and the 3rd chapter of Malachi. Take him in the 13th chapter of Nehemiah. Make some more mess, God. Then we're going to clean it up. Okay, make some more mess. God said make some more mess. Make some more mess. I got to make some more mess. I know they don't know the book. I know they don't know the book. Where they at? People, in my Bible. I don't know about your Bible. I don't know about your Bible. But in my Bible, this is the land. This is the promised land. This is where they dwelt in the promised land. This shows you who was where in the promised land. Where was the promised land? In the land of Canaan. When they get to the promised land, now they get to get an inheritance. You have the inheritance of the east. Now therefore they divide the land for an inheritance unto 9 tribes. And the half tribes of Manasseh, with the whom the Reubenites and the Gadites have received their inheritance, which Moses gave them, beyond the eastward of the Moses, the servant of the Lord. Okay, wait, Moses. Mike, I already gave them their land. They already got their land. Who? Reuben, they got their land. So now, the Levites, all they get is 40, man, that's all was left. How they mess over them like that? Well, you know, Mike, you know how I go. So now, God was making sure he was looking out for who? The Levites. So now, once they get to when they get in Canaan, us family members, you know how we do it. We got that brother with 6, 7 children, barely making it. I'm a lawyer. I have this nice law firm. That's my brother, but I'm gonna look down on him. Uh-oh. Instead of looking out for him. He living in mama old house. He got daddy old car. He have an inheritance. It's not like mine, but he have one. So now, brother called me, said, brother, you think you can help me out? Bring the Bible in today's time and teach it to me. Stop all little jibby jabbing and lying. Because guess what? God said I gave the Levites an inheritance. I gave a Levite inheritance. Who was really looking out for him? So now when we get in Malachi, he said, hold up, bro. Let me send my messenger. And my messenger gonna purify, my messenger gonna refine, my messenger gonna get you in order. Why you gotta do all that, God? because y'all got away from my ordinance. Who got away from your ordinance? You Levites. I gave y'all a tenth, and y'all was supposed to give me the tenth of the tenth as an offering, and y'all didn't do that. Hold up, God. All I want y'all to do now is come back to me. Well, God, if we come back to you, baby, it's like robbing you, God. We can't rob you, God. You say that would be like robbing me. You saying, will a man rob God? God never said that. God said, return to me. I already know what you did to me. Oh my God. So now these Negroes are teaching y'all tithes and offerings. Go all the way to Genesis, 14th chapter. Abram did it as a covenant. 28th chapter. Jacob did it as an ordinance. He said he would do it. Come here, Genesis. Come here, Genesis. We're going to read it. Genesis 28 and 22. And this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be God's house. And all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the tenth unto thee. So Jacob, you said you will give God a tenth ordinance, and you never did it. Abram, you gave Melchizedek a tenth. What that was about? That was covenant. Well, what's going on in the book of Leviticus? That's law. So now we got tithes dealing with covenant, Abraham. Tithes dealing with ordinance, Jacob. Tithes dealing with law, Leviticus. So when we get to Malachi, God say, boom, what's up with my tithes and offerings? That's why I'm sending my messenger. Because y'all ain't do what y'all supposed to do. But now, watch this, according to Matthew. Paul, I'm coming, baby. Why? Because now you're dealing with dispensation. Abraham, covenant. Jacob, ordinance. Leviticus, law. Paul, dispensation. So how them Negroes gonna teach me and they don't even know the Bible? I ain't finished. Watch this. Come here, Abram. Come here, Abram. Hebrew, I'm coming, Hebrew. We're just gonna work the Bible. We're gonna make a mess first, then we're gonna clean it up. We're gonna make a mess first, we're gonna clean it up. I have a newfound thing on tithes and offerings. Man, stop lying, truffle dollar. Genesis 14 and 17 says, and the king of Sodom went out to meet after his return from the slaughter of the Cheldamoors, and of the king that were with him at the valley of Sheba, which is the king Dale. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine. He was the priest of the Most High God. Who? Melchizedek. I'm going to take you in the 7th chapter of Hebrews. And I'm going to show you how even those who died received tithes. But the tithes came for the lesser, that the greater may come. So this is why Abraham, when he gave the tithes to who? The high priest. Of who? Of God. Who? Jesus. Melchizedek, the high priest. He broke bread and wine. That's your first supper. That's your first supper. You get in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, that's the last supper. So Abraham, when he gave the tithes, it was for a covenant. Not for you Negroes in church. And Melchizedek, the king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine. And he was the high priest of the Most High God. And he blessed him and said, blessed be Abram of the Most High God, possessor possessor of the heaven and the earth. And blessed be the Most High God, which have delivered thy enemies into thy hand. And he gave him tithes of all. Covenant. 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 Jacob, and this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be God's house, and all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the tenth unto thee. Ordinance. You never did it, Jacob. So when we get to Malachi, God said you didn't keep my ordinance. In the book of Leviticus, Leviticus, in the book of Leviticus, they say, well, these people get the Bible and go everywhere it say tithes and say that's what it means. No. Everywhere it say prayer. No. Everywhere it say faith. Oh, no. And that's how they teach y'all. That's why they don't know the Bible. They know words and how to look up words in scriptures. Okay, well, break it down. Run it. Because rebuke in the Bible, no matter how many times it's used, it don't mean the same thing. It do not mean the same thing. Keep in mind, people, this stuff was being translated. It was being translated. So the person that, wow, oh, well, just stick rebuke right there. Hey, it'll fit, it'll work, it'll go right there. They'll get it. So now, that's how they've been handling y'all. I ain't finished. Watch this. Watch this. Write something down. Better live it. In the book of Leviticus, verse 29. Now devoted what shall be devoted of men, shall be redeemed, but shall surely be put to death. And all the tithes of the land, whether of the seed of the land or of the fruit of the tree. God said, I want my money for that land. I want my money for that tree. But God, I don't own the property, but I own the house. That's why you pay property taxes. And that's why you pay a mortgage. But if you would have owned the property, you wouldn't have to pay property tax. You'll only be paying mortgage. So God said, I want my money for the land, and I want my money for them trees. Whatever fruit you done sow, I need my 10%. Wherever you put your tree on my land, I need my 10%. Well, God, I didn't put the tree there, but that's the land. I got that land. Okay, well, give me 10 for the land. And whoever grew the tree for, well, I need my 10 for the tree. I'll read it again. And all the tithes of the land, whether they be the seed of the land or of the fruit of the tree, is the Lord. It is holy unto the Lord. Verse 31. And if any man will at all redeem aught at his tithes, redeem aught of his tithes, he shall add thereunto a fifth part thereof. What you mean, God? Anything you got illegally, Mike, I want it. I was over there shooting dice. I need, well, how much you got, Mike? Give me some of that. I was over there betting on them horses. How much you got? Mike, I need 5% of that, baby. Say, God, bro, you want everything. Of course. Bible, baby. Dr. Mike, I ain't never heard no 5%. You want to read it again? I read it again. And if any man will at all redeem aught of his tithes, he shall add thereunto a fifth part thereof. That's why God, that's why them rich people be feeling bad and just be, because they knew they got it illegal. You ever watch the old cowboy movie? Go watch a cowboy movie and watch how they got land. Because back then, during the time of them, the cowboys, land was important. They either was going to jack you out your land or come and put that thing on you and make you sign papers and say that you lost it, gambling, so now you lose your land. God said, if you all get anything illegally, I want 5% of that. And pastor been robbing y'all in the church Did he give God 5% of that? Verse 32. And according to the tithes of the herd, of the flock, even whatsoever passeth under the rod, the tent shall be holy unto the Lord. He shall not search whether it be good or bad. Don't worry about whether it's good or bad. Neither shall he change it. And if he change it at all, then both it and the change thereof shall be holy. It shall not be redeemed. Why, God? Because it is all mine. It involves giving oneself, one's family, and all one's possession to God. Oh my God. So everything is all mine. So you mean it? Man, I don't want no 10%, I want it all. Oh my God. It's quiet. It's quiet. In the 6th chapter of Matthew. We're going to clean it up. We're going to clean it up. Clean it up. Don't worry about it. Got it. In the 6th chapter of Matthew, start at verse 1. Matthew 6 and 1. Let's go with it. All right, let's go with it. Take heed that you do not your alms. Take heed that you do not your charitable deeds before men to be seen of them. Otherwise, you have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. So all of you all that run up in the church, throwing money on the pulpit, you got your reward. Keep doing it. You looks good. You looks good doing it. Verse 2. Therefore, when thou do alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee as the hypocrites do in the synagogue and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their award. But when thou dost alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doing. Pastor Mike, Sister so-and-so ain't never gave nothing. How you know? Brother so-and-so ain't never gave nothing. How you know? Jesus said, never let your right hand know what your left hand doing. They gave it so fast you didn't even see it. Now, here you go, Pastor Mike. Here you go, Pastor Mike. They didn't do like you. You was a duck. You walked up to the pulpit and dropped yours on them. So they seen you. Bible say don't do that. The Bible say don't do that. Pastor told y'all, 20 of y'all gonna give $50, and y'all line up and give it. Use a cold duck. I'll read it again from the Bible. Take heed that you do not your giving, your charitable deeds before men to be seen of them. Otherwise you have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Jesus teaching on giving. That Old Testament, it was called tithes and offering. The New Testament, it was about giving. I'll wait, just what I thought. Verse 3. But when thou dost the alms, let not left hand know what thy right hand doing. That thou giving, that thy charitable deed may be in secret. And thy Father which in secret himself shall reward you openly. She'll be all on TV. Well, about 50, y'all gonna get $50. Call in. You, the duck, have nothing to do with God. According to the Bible. Galatians, come here, Galatians, you up. Come here, Galatians, you up, baby. Your turn. Make a mess and clean it up. Pastor Mike could do that. Watch this. Come, let me go to the first chapter. I'm gonna go to the first chapter. Watch this. I like this right here. According to Paul. But I certify you, brethren, that the gospel which was preached of me is not after man. For I neither received it of man, neither was I taught it. I look like going to somebody's Bible. Neither was I taught it. I'll read it again. But I certify you, brethren, that the gospel which was preached of me is not after man. For I neither received it of man, neither was I taught it, but by the revelation of Jesus. Ah, you fly. Ah, you fly. That was just extra. According to the Bible. I'm coming, Nehemiah. You up next, baby. You ain't gonna get this kind of teaching nowhere else. Tell your prayer to get a seat. Better yet, tell him, drop in the Net Ministry YouTube. Drop in the Net Ministry YouTube. Tell him subscribe and get all the teaching he wants. I like orange juice, me. I like vitamin C, D, whatever it is. Almost said the wrong thing. I gotta wash my mouth. According to the Bible. In the 6th chapter of Galatians, watch this. Just to clean up. Just to clean up. Paul is writing to the Galatians, right? Remember not. Remember 1 Corinthians. Come in 1 Corinthians. Come in 1 Corinthians, 16th chapter now. Remember this. Remember this. Never lose sight of Jerusalem. Remember this. I'm just showing you something. Remember this. Now concerning the collection for the saints, as I have given order to the churches of Galatia, even so do you, right? Okay. Now, Galatian is the church at Galatia, right? Now watch this now. Watch this. Verse 5. For every man shall bear his own burden, right? Okay. Verse 2, he said, bear ye one another burdens, and so you feel the law, right? Okay, now watch this. Verse 5 and verse 2 is different. Verse 5 is my responsibility as well as my accountability as the man of God. Now, Paul was a tent maker. He was making tents for a living. So Paul said, okay, y'all didn't want me over there making them tents. Y'all wanted me teaching you all. Y'all wanted me sharing you all with the word of God. So now, instead of Paul making tents, he's teaching the people. And the people are giving Paul. The people are blessing Paul. But where did tithes and offerings come from? Where was the church? Where was the church? In the Old Testament, where was the church? The Levites, they're in the wilderness. Where was the church? They traveling to the promised land. Where was the church? They were carrying it on their back and putting the tithes and offerings in the church. Boy, y'all better start thinking. Galatians 6 and 7. For every man shall bear his own burden. Let him that is taught in the word. Let him that is taught in the word. Share, communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. Let him that is taught in the word. So here come this purple shirt dude talking about that pastor getting tithes and offering. He might have a point there. But Paul says, according to Galatians 6 and 6, let him that is taught in the word share, communicate, give unto him that teacheth in all good things. Galatians 6 and 7 says, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that he shall also reap. Boom. Boom. Paul never taught tithes and offerings. Paul taught the people to give. Paul told the Corinthians, I've been taught you all to give. But it was a year later. It was a year later. It was a year later. Now I'm coming through and y'all, okay. So now Titus, pick that up for me, baby. And meet me, Titus. And then now we go, and then we're going to take this to Jerusalem. So now 1 Corinthians, the 16th chapter, is dealing with a collection that has to go where? To Jerusalem, the mother church. Y'all giving tithes and offerings, they're picking it up for what? That meat be in the storehouse? Okay, if meat be in the storehouse, let's go to Nehemiah. Because now Nehemiah says, the priest, the Levite, y'all And y'all gonna be over the storehouse. And y'all job is to distribute what's in the storehouse to the brethren. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. See? So you just got a bunch of people with this book running around, running their mouth. Line it up. Make it make sense. Paul tells the Philippians, come here, Philippians. Paul tells the Philippians, for even in Thessalonica you sent once and again unto my necessities. Not because I desired a gift, not because I was seeking nothing from you, but I desired fruit that may abound to your account. But I have all and abound in all I'm full received of Epaphras, that which were sent from you. The Philippians was the smallest church, but they was always making sure that Paul was all right. Come in, Nehemiah. Come in, Nehemiah. Nehemiah, you was the governor. Come here. Come here. According to Nehemiah. Watch this. According to Nehemiah. Nehemiah 5 and 15. But the former governors that had been before me were chargeable unto the people, and had taken of them bread and wine, besides 40 shekels of silver. Yea, even their servants bare rule over the people. But so did not I, because of their fear of God, because of the fear of God. What you mean, Nehemiah? Say, Mike, bro, I'm building this wall, bro. I ain't tripping on these people, bro. Now, all the governors before me, they taxed the hell out of them. They taxed the hell out of them. Mike, say, bro, I'm doing it from love for the people, bro. I'm doing it from my heart, bro. So now we gonna build this wall. Say, what you mean, Nehemiah? You ain't getting no money out of these people, bro. Say, Mike, bro, read it. I wasn't like these other governors. I did that from my heart, bro. I wanted to make sure all the people were all right. I'll wait. You could beg in Negroes. Thank God for Nehemiah building a wall. I'll read it again. But the former governors that had been before me, Nehemiah 5 and 15, chargeable unto the people, and had taken of them bread and wine, besides the 40 shekels of silver, yea, even their servants bear rule over the people. But so did not I, because of the fear of God. Yea, also I continued in the work of this wall, neither bought we any land, and all my servants were gathered thither unto the work. So you mean to tell me, Nehemiah, you gonna come do all this work, and you got your people working, and y'all don't like these people for nothing? Say, Mike, I wasn't that kind of man of God, That Mike don't ask you for nothing. I don't make you feel guilty. You know you're gonna be cursed with a curse. Come on, bro. That's why I come the way I come, people. Because I know this book. That's why I talk the way I talk. Because I know them Negroes don't know this book. They only know what another Negro taught them to tell y'all. Yeah, as I continued in the work of this wall, neither bought we any land, and all my servants were gathered thither with me to do the work. Moreover, there was at my table 150 of the Jews and rulers, besides those that came unto us from among the heathens that are about us. Say, but that was a lot of people, Nehemiah, bro. Mike, say, bro, I'm the governor, bro. I'm over here in this land, bro. So I asked the king, said, bro, could I go and rebuild a wall over there in Jerusalem? So he said, yeah, go do it. Mike said, bro, I'm a governor. I got money, bro. I could have went in there and bought the land. I could have went in there with some justification. I could have went in there and did a lot of dirty stuff. Like the governors before me, Mike. In the book of Revelation, The Bible says the first beast is going to give power to the second beast. And the second beast is a false prophet. Y'all don't see the king. Y'all don't see the king. But the king allowing the governor to do what he doing. Now the governor have servants over the people. Go back in the 16th chapter of Revelation. You got the dragon, the president, the beast, the governor, the mayor, the servant. Over who? The people. Moreover, there was at my table 150 of the Jews and rulers, besides those that came unto us from among the heathens that are about us. Now that which was prepared for me, daily was an ox and 6 choices of sheep. Also fowls were prepared for me, and once in 10 days store of all sorts of wine. Yet, for all this required not I the bread of the governor, because the bondage was heavy upon his people. Thinking upon me, my God, for good, according to all that I have done for this people. What you saying, Nehemiah? Say, bro, they killing all these ox. I got oxtail, Mike. I got all kind of stuff. But they prepared that for me. You know what I did with it, Mike? I gave it to the people. I gave it to the people. I don't want to eat better than them. I want them to be better than me, Mike. So I gave it to the people. And your pastor never do that. Your pastor will never do that. Well, you know, we got to make sure pastor eat first. Well, pastor this, pastor that. All of Nehemiah, man. Nehemiah building the wall. Want me to read it again? Read it again. So, man, I'm like, Nehemiah, okay, man, look. Get them turn the donuts. Man, get them people something to drink. Get them people, man, take all that food. But, man, no, we cooked it for you. They prepared all that for Nehemiah. What did Nehemiah do? He gave it to the people. Say, bro, you church folks, God gonna deal with y'all. Because y'all leaders taught y'all to believe y'all better than people. That's why y'all turn y'all back on people. That's why y'all mistreat people. But Nehemiah had a fear of God. And Nehemiah loved God, and he loved God's people. He could have taxed them like everybody else. He could have sat in a big house and ate the lamb chops and the sheep, this, that, and the other. No. So, man, get that to them people. So the people ate like Nehemiah ate. So now Paul said, I learned to abound. I learned to be abased. When I have it, I'm good. When I don't have it, I'm still good. Why? Because this is about the people. For Paul said, I know what I deposit in y'all account. I know what y'all working with. I know how y'all coming. Why? Because I sat in that yard and I taught y'all from Revelation all the way to Genesis. So now, according to the Bible, I have some newfound tithes and offerings. Say, Creflo Dollar, you dumb as a box of rice. About the mic, I say what I say and I stand on it. Philippians 4:10 says, but I rejoice in the Lord greatly, that now at your last care of me flourish again. What you mean, Paul? Mike said, bro, you know, I'm moving, Mike. I'm moving, right? So I lost touch with the Philippians for a minute, Mike, because you know, Mike, I'm going to jail, I'm going this and that, Mike. So I'm moving, right? So they was trying to find out where I was at because they were looking out for me, right? But you know, the little time can lapse that they couldn't look out for me, right? So I'm writing, I'm saying, okay, the opportunity has come again. If y'all want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. That's what Paul said. Paul had to feel like Nehemiah. Nehemiah ain't pimp and play those people. Paul ain't pimp and play those people. Jesus ain't pimp and play those people. They was always putting us on game, baby. The tent that Abraham gave was for the Levites. Why? Because God was going to make sure they was all right. The offering came from the tenth of the tenth. That was the offering. But now the priest had to give an offering for the sins. Now break it down. Make it make sense. If they gave rams and doves and all of this and that, the shedding of the blood for the sins, the priest did that. Here come the Levites. What they offering? Because their offering went to God. That offering went to God for the people. So can y'all please help me to understand tithes and offerings since he opened up that can of worms? As Pastor Mike said, don't bother me, I won't bother you. But if you run out there with this Bible, I'm going to make you feel some kind of way. Why? Because I know you don't know it. Pastor Mike, you bullying. No, never. Master teacher. Master teacher. Verse 11. Not that I speak in regards of want, I have learned in whatsoever state I am, whether to be content. I know both how to abase and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I'm instructed, both to be full and to be hungry. Hold up, why are you going to be full and hungry? Mike, say, keep reading, watch what I say. Okay. I've learned I'm instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. Verse 13. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So that's why you wasn't begging them, Paul? Mike, what am I begging for, bro? When I was hungry, I'm going to be all right. When I was full, I'm going to be all right. So you mean to tell me, bro, in teaching a lessons on tithes and offerings, Paul, now you giving us dispensation. Jacob gave us ordinance. Leviticus gave us law. Abram, you gave us covenant. Go back in the book of Nehemiah. Now we're going to deal with covenant. To tie in Abraham, to tie in Jacob, to tie in Leviticus, and to tie in Malachi, to tie in Haggai, and to tie in Zechariah. It all goes together. But y'all let the Joker give y'all one verse. One verse. Really, bro? Really, bro? Bible. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Notwithstanding, you have well done. You have well done. That you did care, that you did share, communicate with my afflictions. Now you Philippians know also that in the beginning of the gospel, when I departed from Macedonia, no church communicated with me as concerning giving and receiving. But I'm Paul. No church, my God. Who took care of you? Who took care of you? Let me see something. Who took care of you, Paul? According to the Bible. I want to read what's in the Bible. I want to read what's in the Bible. According to the 10th chapter of Matthew. Matthew 10:5 says, these 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, what? Mike, I sent them off, Mike. Paul said, Mike, that's why in the 11th chapter of 1 Corinthians you say, imitate you, for you imitate him, which is Christ. That way you, okay, I got you, baby. Matthew 10 and 5 says, these 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles and into any city of the Samaritans, enter you not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, preach. And as you go, preach. And as you go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely you have received, freely you give. You remember that? So all the wisdom and the knowledge that I freely receive from God, I freely give it to you all. God gave it to me. I paid for it. What I paid for? What the world I paid for? I ain't go to nobody college, Bible college, and paid no money for that foolishness. I ain't go to no seminary and paid for that foolishness. God freely gave it to me. Now I freely give it to y'all. Because he freely gave it to me. I freely give it to y'all. What did Jesus charge them when he sent them out? He said, but y'all go heal the sick. Y'all go raise the dead. Right. Heal the sick. Cleanse the lepers. Raise the dead. Cast out devils. Freely you have received. Freely you give. Provide neither gold, nor silver, nor brass in your purse, nor scripts for your journey. Hold up, Jesus, bro. How am I telling people what it say? Mike, it's either in your heart or it's not. So I can't take a little strip or something? Mike, you don't take nothing with you. I can take the box. You don't take nothing with you. So I don't write it down because I can't take it with me. It gotta be in your heart. All right, finish. Watch this. Provide neither gold, nor silver, nor brass in your purse. Don't take nothing with you. Don't take nothing with you. Nor scripts for your journey. Neither two coats, neither shoes. Hold up, Jesus. Hold up. I already got funky feet. But you see all this sand, man. Mike, that way when you get to people's house and they see your bare feet, your feet dirty, they gonna want to help you, bro. You walking around with water? No, I don't walk around no water. Well, how you gonna clean your feet? When you get to them people's house, they gonna give you a bucket of water to clean your feet. They know you've been walking in sand. So Paul says, I could do all things. Why? Mike, I'm preaching. God gonna make sure I'm all right. Why you gonna clean them dirty feet? Somebody gonna give me some water. Somebody gonna give me some water to clean my feet. Freely you give it, freely you receive it, freely you give it. Paul say nobody, as far as giving and receiving. No church, except you Philippians. It makes sense, baby. Nor script for your journey, neither coats, neither shoes, nor yet staffs, for the workman is worthy of his meat. Say, God, bro, you know I'm intelligent retarded, but break that down. What you mean? Mike, go back to the Levites. Oh. So that's why you gave them from the people a tenth. Yeah, Mike. Because they're doing the service. But their job was to offer an offering to me. But they're doing the service, Mike. For the workman is worthy of his meat. God, I've been here 2.5 years, God. The birds twerking. Bible, baby. By the mic, say that. One verse. The world I look like being with one verse. One verse. I lose my mind with one verse. According to the Bible, watch this. According to the Bible, watch this. 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter. I'll start at verse 3. My answer to them that do examine me is this. My answer to them that do examine me is this. Have we not power to eat and to drink? Have we not power to lead about sisters, a wife, as well as other apostles? Wait, Paul, break that down. Say, Mike, man. They always jibber jabbing about what I could do and what we shouldn't be doing, right? So I'm saying, say, man, if I want to take Shorty with me, I'm going to take Shorty with me. If I want to take a wife with me, I'm going to take a wife with me. Didn't Peter have a wife? Yeah, Peter had a wife. But he's not supposed to do this. What the Bible said. What the Bible said. You want to read it again? I'm going to break it down to you. If I read it to you, I'll read it again. Have we not power to eat and drink? Verse 5. Have we not what power to lead about a sister, a wife, as well as other apostles, and as the brethren of the Lord, and Cephas? Say, roll the pole, bro. Slow that thing down, Paul. What you mean? The brothers of the Lord? They had women? Let them dudes had women, Mike. I know you like to call Peter Cephas, right? But his name Peter, right? But you call him Cephas, right? Okay. Yeah. Remember when Jesus went to Peter's mother-in-law house to see about his wife mother? Say, man. So you mean to tell me these Negroes in the church be telling me what you can't do, what you can do, and all the while they dead wrong? So you mean to tell me, say, brother, if that dude won't get him a sister, if that dude won't get him a wife, I'll read it again and break it down to you. Have we not power to lead about a sister, a wife, as well as other apostles, and as the brethren of the Lord, and Cephas, Peter? Or I only and Barnabas? Have not we power to forbear working? Have we not power to refrain from working? Verse 7. Who goes a warfare any time at his own charges? Or who plant a vineyard and eat not of the fruit thereof? Or who feedeth a flock? Or who feedeth a flock? And who feedeth a flock and eat not of the milk of the flock? So I'm feeding the flock. So if the flock won't bless me, that's between me and the flock. Why? I'm feeding the flock. Say, man, why they don't break this stuff? Why they don't read? Read. That's why y'all don't know nothing. These Negroes too busy. Read. No, break it down. Break it down. I'm bringing it today's time. Bringing it today's time. Let me finish. Verse 8. Say I these things as a man. Say I these things as a man. Or say not the law the same also? For it is written in the law of Moses, thou shalt not muzzle the mouth of the ox that treadeth out the corn. Do God take care of the ox? The ox working, huh? This ox working, huh? This ox working, huh? So Creflo trying to reinvent himself. If you lied, Negro. Let the truth be told, Negro, you still lying. According to this Bible. Now, if you want to get something from the people, Paul say, teach the people. Don't teach them lies, teach them the word. But before you could teach them the word, you got to go spend time with God and learn the word, Negro. A bunch of you Negroes don't know that Bible. But you want to tell me what it say? Break it down. Break it down. No, break it down. Nehemiah reformed religion. Nehemiah reformed socialism. Nehemiah put us on game. You study Nehemiah, you got to study Israel. You study Israel, you got to study Esther. Israel, Nehemiah, Esther. If you play around in Nehemiah too long, you got to go in Chronicles. If you go in Chronicles, all Chronicles is the newspaper of the Bible. First Chronicles, Second Chronicles is the newspaper of the Bible. If you're playing Chronicles, you're going to wind up in what? The book of Kings. What was the book of Kings? First Samuel, Second Samuel, First Kings, Second Kings. It was all one book. So if you play around in Chronicles, boom, gonna give you the newspaper. Gonna give you something out of Kings, gonna give you something out of Samuel. So now, before I get into Samuel, before I get into Kings, boom, I played around in Ruth. But Samuel wrote Ruth. Well, let's go before Ruth. Go to Judges. I get in Judges, now I see the real Judah. Now I see the real Israelites. Why? Because in Joshua, he dies. Now we have what? Judges. That's why it's called the book of Judges. So now you got a bunch of judges, 12 judges for 12 tribes. Every tribe had a judge. Running your mouth, look at Samson. He cut a fool. He cut a fool. And all he was supposed to do was judge Israel. But he was too busy judging himself, taking care of himself, till he got to the point where he got his eyes put out. He done lost all his strength. At least Nehemiah in the 6th chapter had enough sense to say, Lord, strengthen my hand. I know they coming against me. I know they trying to stop me. I know they want to kill me. But God, strengthen my hand because I'm doing your work. So now, what I have to beg you for? What I have to play you for? All I got to do is go to God. Freely I received it. Freely I give it. If I get something back, if I don't get nothing back, why? Ain't about me. I did my part. My part was to give it. What you do with it, that's between you and your God. For he said, don't go to the heathens and them other people. Go to the lost sheep of Israel. Cast out devils, raise the dead, heal the sick. I'm going to deal with the heathens. I got somebody for them heathens. I got somebody for them Gentiles. His name's Saul. And then he's going to change it to Paul. He's going to deal with them. But I need y'all to go. Now keep in mind, it was 72 of them. It was 72. Because he sent them out 2 by 2. It was 72. Why he just wound up with 12? He started out with 72. Why he just wound out with 12? Because everybody not about the work. Everybody is not about the work. So Jesus said, hold up, bro. Everybody else done left me. Y'all gonna leave me too? Y'all gonna leave me also, bro? Y'all gonna leave me? But the 12 stayed. So that's how he get 12 disciples. But it was 72. Get in the book of Acts, the Bible said it was 500. It was 500 of them on the Mount of Olivet. 500. You get to the upper room, it's 120. Where the rest of them at? The next day after Pentecost, after the 120 in the upper room, after the day's journey of the Sabbath of the 500 on the Mount Olivet, God done added 3,000. God play with numbers, baby. Y'all running around here playing with the days of the week. God play with numbers. For as Peter said, one day is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. Just like that, your life can change. You gonna wait till Friday because a Negro told you tomorrow gonna be your breakthrough? You gonna wait till October because a Negro told you to go? When the break? Now you know next week gonna be your breakthrough. The Bible saying, there you go. There your breakthrough. What about the man? Ooh, that was fast. God moves suddenly. He moved expeditiously. He moved now. He moved immediately. That's how God rolled, baby. I love this here. So now, I don't even know how to pronounce this. See this here? This gangster. Vince Camuto. Tarea. Tara. Vince Camutara. Tara. Tarea. Tara. This here? Some good smelling stuff here, bro. Y'all get some of this. This is gangster. Hold that, Paul. That's gangster. So now, I made a mess. We could clean that mess up. Ties, Nehemiah. That's what it's saying in the 10th chapter. You have to give a tenth of the 10. Okay? But the Levites, it was given to the Levites because they had no inheritance. So now, when they get to the promised land, now here come the division of the promised land. This gonna be where you at. No, y'all got y'all land when y'all was on the other side of Jordan. Remember that? Remember that? Okay. Now, these nine got to get what they're gonna get. But you Levites, look. But what about Levi now? The Levites. What's left? We got like about a little smaller area of land, about 48 cities. Well, give them that. But y'all make sure they all right. Give them that, but y'all make sure they all right. See how it's set up? See how God set that thing up? All the way with Abram. So now, you got these purple shirt dudes saying, they robbing the people out tithes and offerings. Say, bro, I got to do with that. I don't do that. I got to do with that. Why? Because if you understand Abraham and Jacob, you understand Leviticus, you understand Malachi, you understand Matthew, you understand Paul, now you're able to put it together. Now you're able to put it together. Don't leave out the 7th chapter of Hebrews, dealing with Melchizedek. So now if you cannot break ties down to me, from covenant, ordinance, law, and dispensation, why? Because we under the grace, which is the dispensation of God. So now Paul is operating under dispensation. That's why Paul didn't play or run game on the people. He taught them. He taught them. Who he dealing with? Gentiles. Not Jews. Gentiles. A bunch of heathens. So now, you get this joker right here, right? He just quoting scriptures. He just putting all this stuff together. All up there. All up there. They don't go together like that. No. How you gonna put a covenant and a law and dispensation and how you gonna put all that together? Paul was, the law couldn't save me, so I got the Spirit operating. So now when I get in Galatians, the 5th chapter, Paul breaks this down, all these things, and then he let me know about the fruit of the Spirit. But he let me know, said, Mike, bro, you can't do this from the flesh, baby. You got to be in the Spirit, baby. See, they've been doing it from the flesh. That's why when the flesh came at the flesh ain't know what to do. That's why when the flesh came at the flesh didn't know what to do. But if you'd been operating in the Spirit of God, when he came, for Jesus' sake, when the time comes, don't worry about what you're going to say. Boom. The Spirit going to give you the words. So when I go in the book of Acts, I see Peter on trial. Peter said, whoa, where that came from? What? I mean, the word came to me like that. Why? Peter? Because I'm operating in the Spirit of God. So, Pastor Mike, I teach you from the Spirit of God, not from no flesh. Ain't nowhere in the world no flesh gonna be able to contain, obtain, or retain all this information pertaining to the Bible. Even and lost your rabbit mind. Bible, baby. Bible. So now you got Creflo. Say, I don't knock you, Creflo. Love you, baby. Love you, Creflo. Love you. But what could you teach me? What could you teach me? Honestly speaking, what could you teach me that the Holy Spirit have not already taught me? So now, because of social media, it done put him way up here. He gonna get some people here, but here, we not with that. So yesterday, I peeped game, I threw it at my people. So now, it showed me the love, the appreciation that you all have, males and females. Well, no, he don't mean it like this, he mean it like that. But no. Why? Because y'all came at the age. I already knew what time of day it was. I already knew who ran out there. So, I already know who it is. I already know who it is. Didn't you need some attention? Love you, babe. Don't know you, but I love you. Mike, baby. Always remember, before I was Pastor Mike, I was Mike. And Mike ain't going nowhere. Mike gonna make sure Pastor Mike is all right. So when you run out there, you're playing with Mike. Praise the Lord, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Holy Lord, that's Mike. Poor thing. You looking for a man and we looking for Jesus. You looking for a man and we looking for Jesus. Say, babe. Paul said, don't we have the power to take a sister, to take a wife? Say, hold up, but we ain't worrying about all that. We trying to teach the people. We trying to make sure the people all right. What you want to do? What you need, a kiss? What you need, a hug? You could keep that thing between your legs. Because guess what? Pastor Mike went 11 years without it. And if I could go 11 years without it, I could go another 11 years without it. I got to do God's work. Oh, my bad, boy. I thought I was on 50 day, 50 night. My bad. I thought it was daytime. Lord, I'm sorry. I thought it was 50 day, 50 night. You know, my bad, yo. I thought it was 50 day, 50 night. I just lost it just that fast. 9 o'clock tonight, 50 days, 50 nights. I think that's going to be the subject on 50 days, 50 nights. People, get to know God and get to know God. Get to know God and get to know God for yourself. Your faith, your trust, and your belief should be in God. If he been lying about that, he been lying about that, they been lying about that, and they been lying about that, how much more of this stuff of this Bible y'all been lying about? How much more? I'll wait. So, they try to come with negativity with Nehemiah. They tried to blackmail Nehemiah. They tried to set him up. They tried a lot of stuff to do to Nehemiah. But Nehemiah said, God, look, bro, I ain't trying to get no advancement on nothing, bro. I'm just making sure your people are right, God. I'm just making sure your people are right, God, bro. You take care of my enemy, God. I'm going to sit right here and read. Freely I got it. Freely I'm going to give it. I heard the Lord say the number 7. I heard the Lord say number 7. I need some of y'all to give 7 If you can't give someone, give 17, 27, 37, 47, 57, 67, 77, 87, 97. Can somebody please give 107? I heard the Lord say it. Did you hear that, Paul? Paul said, nigga, stop lying. Paul said, Negro, stop lying. Oh, my bad, Paul. I'm sorry. I thought I was on 50 day, 59. God. Shit, let me go, y'all. Cause I'm been got in trouble with God. But I be thinking I'm on 50 day, 59. I talk I want on 50 day, 59. But you know, it's daytime. People at work. People get to busting out laughing and cutting the fool. Oh, what are you doing over there? Oh, nothing. Oh, got the mic, Craig. Yes. Brother Mike don't ball none, don't see none, and ain't trying to see none. Well, I'm doing goals, bro. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, drink your juice. Lord have mercy. My bad, God. God, now hold up, God. Do or do not that this book say, if laughter is good for the soul. So if laughter is good for the soul, and I'm happy, oh Lord Jesus. Who want to be bored and trash? Not me. Not me. No, sorry. Not me. And get, they all serious and ain't learning nothing. God, at least we learning. Paul, at least we learning. Jesus, at least we learning. I think I'm the most happy person in the world sharing the Bible. If you're happy and you know. It's going to be all right, people. Close out, God. What, to tomorrow? Okay. You still got some more lessons to teach on that? Yeah. Okay. The lesson on tithing. I love this here. I love this here. My son must be getting closer to the back. Little fella there, bro. I love him to death. Love all my children. I be falling out with them poor children. I think I'm gonna put down 50 days. I be falling out with them. Me, why? I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be me, man. But daddy, you no, bro. No, daddy gonna be daddy. I'm gonna be me. Let me be me, and you be you. I mean, you know, you need something, you need help, whatever. I got you. I'm gonna be me. I don't want to think like nobody else. That's the first rule of thumb on 50 days, 50 nights. Don't let nobody worry you. Don't let nobody upset you. I guarantee you, 50 days, 50 nights, keep with it. Man, you don't worry about nothing. Nah, man. Pastor Mike said, for what? Girl, you don't worry about nothing. For what? Man, nobody got time to be worried. You Negroes gonna do what you Negroes gonna do regardless. Regardless. And God have already set things in order to go the way God. According to the Bible. For I mean not that other men be eased and you be burdened, but by equity, that now at this time your abundance may be a supply for their want, that their abundance also be a supply for your want, that there be equal. And my God scared me turn the pages so fast. And my God shall supply your needs according to the riches and glory which is in Christ Jesus. Whatever your need is, whatever your want is, whatever your desire is, just like Jesus told them to go, don't take nothing. How did Jesus know they would be able to raise the dead? How did Jesus know they would be able to heal the sick? How did Jesus know they would be able to cast out demons? Because he gave them power to do it. God has given me power to do it. My God shall supply your needs. So whatever it is you're dealing with, whatever it is you're going through, right now, God gonna handle that. That's between you and God. That's real right there. That's real right there. I'm done. Maybe boy done made it to the back. God scared me turn the page. He said, boom. I'm kidding. Wow, God. That's a word right there. That's a word right there. If God, if Jesus could send them out to do that, why he can't send me out to do what I'm doing? Wow. Whoever's sick, heal. Whoever spiritually dead, time to come to life. Whoever had them demons in them, oh, they coming now. That was deep. That was deep, bro. Not that this one be burdened and they be eased, but that they be all right so that you be all right, because it's about equality. It's about equality. The church don't teach equality. Paul taught equality. I'm no better than you, and you are no better than I am in the eyesight of God. For God has given the power to do his work, not my work, but his work. And as we go forth in building the wall, you the cook, you security. You doing the labor, do the labor. You doing the singing, do the singing. Whatever your job is, do it. Some people, oh, shut that laughing down quick. Wow. That was for the person that was way in the back, who was going through, who's hurting, because it's not funny to them. They really needed help. That's the accountability, as well as the responsibility of the man of God. Y'all don't hold us accountable, so we don't feel responsible. But the minute y'all start holding us accountable, we have to be responsible. And we are responsible for your souls. Some people want love for the body, but we all need love for the soul. I could care less about love for the body. What's most important is love for the soul. Get that noise out y'all here, man. This boy done made it to the back. He finished tomorrow. Why you won't cut it today out? Them children, I tell you. It's on his mind to do it, let him do it.